Hello, Nick here. Uh, I'm in video making moods, so I want to make another video. This time on one of my favorite radios, believe it or not, Icom ICR75. I've had this radio for many years. I didn't buy it new. I got it off eBay, but it's excellent, right? It works great. So it's not uncommon. These radios were made up until like 2015 or something, maybe even a little bit later. But anyway, I've had this for about 6 years, maybe 7 years. And when I got it, it did not have the DSP board in it. There's a name for it. I forgot what that name is, but I bought the board on eBay and then I installed it myself. So if we zoom in, you can see the DSP designation up there. And then what that gives you is it activates the DSP features. So like the noise reduction. What else? This one has sync. I don't know if that comes from the DSP board or if that was on it before. I don't remember. But anyway, you just double press the AM button and it goes into sync mode. Sync's not great on this. Some people say it's absolutely worthless. Well, we'll find out. You guys can make your own decision. I'll show you what. I'll turn it on and let you all make an educated guess at it. And then we'll compare it to the 9500 since it's sitting right on top of it. One thing I did do with the 75 is it came with the Icom plug-in power wart or whatever wall wart or whatever you call it, power supply. But everything I read and my own experience showed me that thing ran hot. It must be super high voltage or something. So I have I'm running this off of a 13.8. Actually, I got it turned down to about 12.5 volts power supply. So it's my Astron linear power supply behind me. And that's what I'm running this off of. And then the Icom, the 9500 is on its own internal power supply, which, by the way, I've only heard the fan come on one time, and incidentally, that was by accident. I didn't even know it was on. All right, I just happened to like put my ear real close, and I heard something, and it's because I was doing some scanning. So it was scanning, and that must do something with motors inside of it or relays or something. But anyway, without scanning, the fan has never come on ever. Okay. And the radio does, I even keep a little laser heat thing, okay? Because all these other videos or reviews had me all nervous that this thing was gonna catch on fire because it ran so hot. The damn thing never gets over 108 degrees at the back plate. And that's when the fan came on, 108. Normal running temperatures between like 100 and 105. Okay, right at the hottest point on the back panel, and touching it, you keep your hand on it all day. It's barely warm. It's warm, okay, barely warm. Anyway, enough of that. So I guess I should start turning these on before I lose this signal. We are kind of in the morning here. It's only 10:57 a.m. Central Standard Time. But I got stuff to do this afternoon and tonight, so I got to get this knocked out now. Anyway, I found a real weak signal here. Well, it was there. Guess I'll have to find another one. Let's go down to 13, 12. All right, this is a blowtorch, so not much help from that.
그리고 병원에 진료를 보러 간다고 말하고 싶을 때 금사 세를 써. lectura contrastada con la ejército profesional.
Okay. Pretty weak. Sync helps a little. Notice how the volume came up. Some of the hissing went away, and it seemed to stabilize with the fading. That's what sync's supposed to do. And we're running 3.4 S4 average. Oh, it went off air. Makes me think my radio's broken. Look, it just turned 11 o'clock. That's my luck, okay? I'm finding a weak station, listening to it. I switch to another radio and there's nothing there. Makes me think the other radio's broken or junk, right? When the station went off air. Dang. My heart jumped in my throat. Thought my second favorite radio in the whole world was broken. All right, this is a little stronger, obviously. We're talking S6 average, bouncing 5 to 7. We're on sync. There's without. So this one doesn't really need sync. It doesn't seem to be fading. But since we're here, let's try it on the 590, or excuse me, 590, 75. Okay, so this is 11,590 is the signal. Now, both, just like the video I did last night with the Kenwood 890 and the Icom 9500, they're both on the same Stridesburg multi-coupler with the same Stridesburg cable, the same length cable to my Wellbrook antenna mounted outdoors. This radio has 3 filters, and I changed it up here, and you can read it across the top. So if there's no indication, that's the medium mid filter. Narrow, N for narrow, W for wide, okay? So, mid. And then just to refresh your memory on the Icom, filter 1, 2, and 3. And you can read the bandwidth up here as I change it. So filter 2, mid filter, 6 kilohertz. 3 is 4, 1 is 9, okay? I don't know what they are on the 75. I don't know what the filter widths are. But anyway. All right, this is some weird eclectic music, mandolins or some weird stuff, all right? See the sync? Try the noise reduction. Sync is flashing because it's having a hard time locking on this weak signal. I could even hit the preamp to bring everything up. All right, So let's go down to the 9500. I mean, 9500 sounds better without anything, okay? No sync, no noise reduction, but for giggles, let's try it. But this station really doesn't really need it. It's not fading a lot. Let's look for something else.
되기 전부터 사람들의 큰 관심을 모았는데요. 참고로 김은숙 작가는 시크릿 가든이나 도깨비, 미스터 센샤인등 엄청나게 인기 있는 작품을 쓴 작가죠. 물론 북한에서도 인기 있었던 작품들도 제법 있고요.
See how it got a little bit louder?
얘기로 돌아와서 이 연속극이 인기 있는 이유를 좀 더
And it seemed to mellow out some of the fading and some of the hissing.
어린 시절 심한 학교 폭력을 당해 마음과 영혼까지 부서져 버린 한 여성이 인생을 살고 치밀하게 준비한 복수를 하는 내용인데요. 주인공 순이도는 물론 주변의 인물들까지 뚜렷한 개성을 가진 사람들이어서 작품입니다. 여기서 잠깐 더 글로리 예고편을 살짝 들여다보고 얘기 더
Internal speaker, internal speaker.
모든 날이 효용할 거야. 작정하고 끔찍할 거야. 막을 수도 없앨 수도 없을 거야.
The sync's not having any trouble locking, but the station really, I don't think, it's not terrible fading. It did flash a little bit.
이거 우연 아니죠?
끝에서부터 가운데로 침묵 속에서 맹렬하게
마음에 들어요. 다 세계가 부서버렸어. 죽으면 꼭 참복하. 쉬는 동안에
일부러 섞어놓은 겁니까?
되게 먹고 싶어요. 어디서 거지같이 살줄 알았더니 제법이다. 실수하면 끄는 거잖아. 말씀드린 것처럼 이 복수극의 시발점이 되는 건 바로 유년 시절의 학교 폭력인데요. 그런데 이 학교 폭력의 내용이 적잖게 세다 보니 보기에 불편하다는 얘기까지 나왔습니다. 일례로 머리를 마는 데 쓰는 열도구를 갖고 온도를 확인해 본다며 친구의 팔과 다리에 갑자대 심한 흉이 생기는 장면들이 나오는데.
Alright, let's go to my favorite beacon. Preamp, filter 3, 200 hertz. right, so we're on the mid filter. So let's narrow it down. And we got to go up to 070. There's two signals coming through. Yeah, there's some dude blowtorching right over this beacon. Yeah. But this is getting it. That's the actual beacon. I memorize the sequence of beeps. I can't read code, but all right, now that I open the filter up to 500, you start to hear some mess. You hear the other guy. And if I hit all the way to 1, 2, you can hear that other guy. So that means that the filter on this must be pretty wide. It's at least 500. It might be wider. I really don't know the size. But that also shows you the importance of having a narrow CW filter if you want to chase weak CW signals, especially when they're really close together. And I can draw this one down to 100 if I wanted to in the settings. See, that sounds great, and that is the actual signal. So if we go back up here, yeah, the stronger signal is some other dude coding over this guy's beacon. Yeah. Maybe if we get lucky and that guy's radio will break or something. Yeah, that guy's messing up my day. Well, I guess it's a good indicator of what the radios can do, right? Now, you could probably buy an add-on filter or a replacement filter that, you know, a 200 hertz filter. All right, we'll come back. It's only 18 minutes. We'll probably be here at least another 10, 15 minutes. Some of you are sighing, saying, oh, shit. And some of you are saying, yay, and you're clapping your hands. So, anyway. All right, let's check something else out. Let's check the 14.3 net. So, I'm using my different VFOs because sometimes I have it saved. There's a long way. While we're here, let's check that out. Sounds good. Whoa, this baby sounds good too. No preamp, AGC slow. Noise reduction. I'll turn it off next come around. So that NR takes a slight amount of the hiss out of the back. But I like to listen to these beacons, these non-directional beacons, on AM with the narrowest filter. And the narrow, you know, and if you could get, like, if I adjust this filter, see, my AM narrow filter is, what is it? It's 4K, which is, it's too wide. It's really wide. This would sound great down at 2.4K. You know what? I got nothing better to do. Let's try it. Okay, so you see the BW here? You hold this and you twist this, and you can read it here. .8K. But I like to leave it set for shortwave listening and broadcast stuff. All right, let's try a weaker beacon. 340 or 41. Sounds a lot better. So the narrow filter on this is probably less than 4K. I'd bet money on it. I'm gonna guess 2.8, something. Maybe 3.2, I don't know, something like that. So there's another beacon at 350. So I can hear it a little bit. And that NR helped as well. So my experience has taught me that you have to be very, very judicious about the amount of NR, digital noise reduction, DNR. Some radios call it DNR, some radios call it NR, whatever. But you have to sit, I mean, you saw when I put the selector up, you could go all the way up to level 15. I never run these things higher than level 4. Any radio, this one, my FTDX, Yaesu, anything. Because, at least on AM anyway, it's probably a different story for CW and Sideband. But in AM, you don't want that synthetic sound because you lose voice quality. You can't hear or understand what they're saying. So it's a fine balance between just getting away a little bit of that static or background noise and just slightly improving the voice quality or the sound quality. And the secret is to keep the level way down. So I believe we're on level 4. Yep, level 4. And then here, I got a rheostat to turn this. So I've got it way down. It's like quarter power. So yeah, that's the secret, is you keep it way down. So you can hear the other beacon coming in. I think that's 353 right there. I didn't hear it on here because the filter here is probably 2.8, something really small. So let's change this filter. You hear that other beacon? Yep. I can barely hear that other beacon sneaking through. Well, that's, all right, hold on. It's got a 6K riffing filter. Gone. 3K riffing filter. Adios, mofo. Okay. But like I said, I like to leave this set up for shortwave listening. And a 3K riffing is just slightly tight for shortwave, or I should say broadcast listening on a, even if it's a, you know, close together signals or a weak signal. So I like that 4K option. So obviously not the best for weak beacon chasing or close beacon chasing. So there's that beacon. It might be 351 or 352, but it gets washed out because this one's more powerful. Let's see what happens up here. That's the 350 beacon. We need to take a slight break. I promised one of my listeners, he commented, Mr. Ograv, and asked if I would show the equalizer screen on this. I'm just going to go through it. I'm not going to pause on it long. So if he wants to see it, he's going to have to pause his screen. So if you go, so high boost, there it is. Let's go to high boost 2. There it is. Go to, I don't even know what this shit is. Okay. That's it. Mr. Ograv, pause your screen, look at those settings. Please let me know if I screwed up my whole radio by doing it like that. I don't even remember setting those things. That might be factory. I have no idea. Anyway. All right, so let's go back to all right, let's go to 14.3 upper sideband.
This week, not the head coach, but some of the other coaches have been thanked for their service and will no longer be needed. We're waiting to find out whether the offensive coordinator is going to stick around or be gone. The defensive guy, he thought he was a goner for sure, be a head coach somewhere, and he announced Thursday he's sticking with the team. He likes his chances here in Dallas, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, Roger. I think Dallas has the same problem as Washington. Too much interference from the owner. It looks like the Washington owner may soon give up the ship finally. Anyway, I'll let some. Thanks for everything you do. Have a good weekend. And 7-3. Over.
over NMK, W5 Charlie Golf Charlie 73 Super Paratus, and the captain has just come over to say hello as well. Sounds like you're wants his belly scratched. He likes to get his belly scratched. But he'll say hello too. N4 NMK W5 Charlie Golf Charlie Whiskey 0 Echo November Echo. W5 CGC W0 ENE. Good afternoon, Dick. Nice to hear you. You know, I was listening to your conversation there about the bombing in Puerto Rico, and I think, I may not be right, but I think that was Station Ponce. I think they left it laying on the front doorstep, if I remember right. That's been a long time ago. I think I was still district office just before I went to AT2. Anyway.
Let's try and find
Everything's
something
going
else.
fine here.
I mean, they're both doing good. I think this sounds slightly better. It could just be because of the audio, right? Because they got nice front-firing speaker right there. So,
and so forth, keep from freezing, but things are going good. Roxanne is.
now, still got that other guy hogging up trying to steal this guy's beacon space. He's coming in right over him. Last night, using the waterfall from the Kenwood, and incidentally using the waterfall from my RSPDX and from my Yaesu FTDX 101, all of them showed his beacon coming in at 209.07. Last night, the night before, they were 08, 209.08. So this guy's floating around a little. All 5 of those awesome radios can't be wrong, okay? I'd bet money that, yeah. But anyway, this is telling me that the CW filter, the narrow CW filter on here is probably pretty wide, at least 500 hertz, maybe even wider. And it's the stock filter. So, let's see if there's anything going on.
시작하면 의사를 보다 만나다 있지만 병원에 가서 진료를 받다라는
Let's try and find one that's fading a little more.
ECSS와 엘리베이터들이 알림을 내렸어.
There's your numbers, lady. Reverend Freak Show.
Parenting is hard enough with two, and even harder when you have to go through it alone.
Okay, let's try ECSS. This radio is one of the best ECSS because, well, here, just watch. So the proper way to do ECSS is to turn your AGC off. On this one, you press and hold, AGC off. Then you back the RF all the way down, turn the volume all the way up. Okay, so I'm about 3/4 on the volume. Now you or you got to put it in sideband. I'm going to put it in medium, mid-band, or mid-bandwidth, and then slowly bring the RF up, and you'll see this start going down, and the voice will come up. Or on this one, the RF is maxed at 11 o'clock. See how that 4 kilohertz filter takes out a little noise, but it still leaves enough fidelity to hear the voice. So if we were down at 3.4 or 2.8, you'd lose a lot of that fidelity. What the hell? Let's find out. See how it gets muffled? So this one we've got synchronous, noise reduction, medium filter, slow AGC. Slow AGC also, I mean, it's not clear, but sometimes it can help null out the waves of the fading, right? Because it only refreshes itself. Like a fast AGC is constantly refreshing itself. So it'll pick up differences in the waves. Whereas if you got a slow refresh from the AGC, you can mellow that out a little bit. Yeah, see, it sounded much better before. So the synchronous and the noise reduction on this do work. I don't think they work nearly as good as this, but they work and they do improve the signals. So let's it's 40 minutes. All right, let's find one more thing to listen to. I don't know. I would like to find something really close together on AM, but I don't think that's going to happen. I don't even know where to go to look. 7 megahertz. Yeah, that band's dead. And below that is going to be dead. So if there's nothing on 11 or 12, wow, that's a weak signal. I'm on sync. It's not even showing. And the sync can't lock. Preamp, bring everything up, sync locks. How awesome is that? The sync keeps flashing on this one. Even on preamp too. This thing is bad to the bone. Okay, that other freak stopped typing. So this is the beacon. Getting it pretty good. The noise reduction cut that static back. I think if I got a 2 or 250 hertz filter for this thing, it'd be a big improvement. In fact, I might get the iPad out and start cruising around on eBay and see if anybody makes anything. Maybe InRed does. All right, we're at 45 minutes. I'm having so much fun, but I know that some of y'all are falling asleep and throwing eggs at the screen and stuff like that. So, but anyway, I enjoy this stuff, and I really like this Icom 75. Y'all know how I already feel about this. I mean, but I've always liked this radio, and it's so small. I mean, I've run it off of a one of those LiPo batteries, and it doesn't use up a lot of juice. You can dim the backlight to use even less juice. And it's got two antennas. You can hook 2 antennas up to it in the back, so you can switch between those here antennas, antenna 1 and 2. It's got a clock, 1140. Clock runs good. It's got a memory thing, so you can put a ton of memories in it. Keypad, all that kind of stuff. Oh, that noise you're hearing is my Astron power supply. The fan just came on. But anyway, I guess I'll let you all slide. And Mr. Ograv, please take a look at those EQ settings on the Kenwood 890 and let me know what you think. I have no idea what any of that stuff means. All right. Thanks for hanging out.